All right, ChatGPT basically made a prediction here that this market cycle top will end at around 125,000 to 180,000 between basically anytime soon till September or even stretching into the beginning of 2026 next year. All right, this one's kind of a little bit of a trip out. Basically, ChatGPT is telling us what it thinks the Bitcoin price will be in the relative short term, in any event, by the end of this year. So here's today's 28 May Bitcoin's price, approximately 108,000. And this channel it's in here, it could easily break out of this. I mean, I just drew these to see this is a strong upward trend at this stage for the last basically the entire month of May. So why should it stop now, right? But it could very well see it's almost breaking out right now. This is just my. I feel the target's going to be about 115 to 116 before we get a major correction, and then we should head up again. So ChatGPT could be right here. So check it out because things sometimes take longer than you think, and other times they go a lot faster than you think, and that's what could very well happen in this bull market here in the last fifth wave of the fifth wave, or however you want to look at it, the end of the bull market, which could explode up, which it's done definitely in 2017 and other years as well. So basically, I started with a couple days ago, asked, what's the RSI, relative strength index, for Bitcoin as of that day, and it said it's at approximately 77.25. This level suggests that Bitcoin is currently in overbought territory, as RSI values from 70 typically indicate overbought conditions. Yeah, right. The RSI is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements ranging from 0 to 100. Values from 70 make signal that an asset is overbought and could be due to a price correction, while values below 30 may indicate that it's oversold. However, it's important to note that overbought conditions can persist during strong uptrends, and that we've definitely seen, time and time again in the stocks and in the crypto world. For the most current RSI readings, okay, so that's where it gives you some tips. You can go to bitcoinrsi.com, etc. So in the previous, so then I asked, what did the RSI high reach on the last bull markets? So you see 2017, it peaked at 96.3, so we're far away from that. 2013, 95, and 2021, 91. So we're not even there yet, right? In terms of, we should get up there again, at least close to 90, if not above 90. Here's a summary of the RSI peaks in the last bull markets and the price indication or range it hit. So interpretation, Bitcoin tends to reach monthly RSI levels above 90 during euphoric late stage bull markets, which 2025, at least the end of 2025, and some say maybe even the beginning of 2026, it will be. As of May 2025, the RSI is at around 77, which is elevated but still below the historical bull market peaks. So that's a good sign. Would you like a chart? Say, yeah, what the heck? So there's the chart. They're saying it could go up to around 92. Here's the chart showing Bitcoin's monthly RSI peaks across major bull markets with the prediction for the current cycle. Previous peaks were at all above 90, topping at 96 in 2017. The current cycle is predicted to reach an RSI of around 92 around September 2025, possibly coinciding with a Bitcoin price near $125,000 if historical patterns repeat. Interesting, right? 125 in September of this year. That will be basically the high. Now, that might be the median high, the average high. It might shoot up above and come back down. We'll see what happens, right? I've always heard that, I'm not a professional trader. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. But I always heard that RSI is really a key indicator for when to get in and when to get out, right? So exactly when and how, yeah, that's another art. I then came back today because I saw another video. I'll put a link below to how he is using ChatGPT to follow Bitcoin, and it's nailed his first run at it perfectly at, from 2 months ago till now, and now he's making another 2 month prediction, which is a lot higher than 125, but coincides with this next bit here. So I said, firstly, it's 28 million. BTC is at 108,000 already, so pretty close to 125K. Secondly, cannot RSI say well overbought for an extended period of time? With these considerations, is your prediction still standard? Do you see any other factors that could extend this rise? Excellent observations. Yeah, they always blow smoke up the old inevitable there. But number one, Bitcoin is already at 108 on May 28, 2025. That's very close to the earlier 125 target, tied to an RSI of 92. If price momentum continues, we may surpass this level sooner than predicted. That's a key if. Secondly, RSI can stay overbought above 70 or even 90 for a long time. Yes, during strong bull markets, the monthly RSI can hover in the 80 to 90 plus range for several months and even peak later than the price top. Example, in 2017, RSI stayed above 90 from October to December. Extended overbought RSI signals continued buying interest and strong investor sentiment, not necessarily an imminent top. So the updated considerations from the ChatGPT is momentum. If RSI hits 90 plus in May or June, that's really just very short here, 30 to 40 days, 30 to 35 days. And macro bullish news, example, EFT inflows, inflation hedging persists, BTC could remain elevated or continue rising until late Q3 or even Q4 2025. Lengthening cycles theory. Some analysis suggests each bull market lasts longer than the last. This could push the RSI peak and price top further into the end of 2025 or even early 2026, which many say. Halving lag. The April 2024 halving historically takes 12 to 18 months to peak in price. This points to a possible top in late 2025, early 2026. Once again, those dates, ranges are coming up. So here's a revised outlook from ChatGPT. Short-term 125K could be hit within weeks, not months. Extended potential. If RSI stays elevated and market conditions hold, BTC could reach 150 to 180,000 before topping out. Basically saying between 150 and 180,000. It just sort of goes over that again, and it allows you to download the little chart there. And here's the new chart. So we see the extended 180,000 range prediction with some major errors here, but in any event, you get the idea. That will be a nice top here for this cycle. So now, is it true? I have got no clue. Will it happen? I don't know. Hope so. But that's basically what the ChatGPT is telling us, and it's very interesting when you look at the current chart and you look at the current market conditions. This could be a very, very realistic possibility between 125 and 180 for the market cycle top. So my takeaway is, it really depends on, of course, always monitoring and seeing what happens. I mean, if things go very quickly up, it could end a lot sooner. If things, sort of shoot up and then take their time and level out, and then, later after the summer continue rising, it could definitely extend outward. So I think a key moment is now. I think hitting 125 is maybe a short-term target. It might come back down to that 116 level, which I showed on that chart, and hover around there for a while before continuing. But I would say 125 are like profit taking, take some profits, and then later 150, and then later 180, and then see where it's at. I'm in it for the long haul. I just take very little, just to help out with some things here or there. But in any event, it's a very interesting predictions that ChatGPT makes here. So once again, not financial advice. Who knows? Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the other video down below from the other person who is a very professional trader and seems to know a lot more than me. So have a great day. Take care. Bye now, Chris01, David, signing off.
Like a lion cat lion right here.
Oh, it does. That's the second one.
Yeah, like a wildcat.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it looks like a total wildcat, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, like for real.
Tripped out.